So I imagine when we get there, they're gonna ask what our needs and budget and all that are. We're not entirely sure what those are, but we wrote down a few things that we'll probably need. So we're gonna be using it for full time, so that's gonna be different than a family who's just gonna take it out on the weekends. So we'll need it to be 4-season ready, which means we need it to be insulated so our pipes won't break if we are in the winter. We want ground clearance because we like to get off-road a little bit. Now, our Toad is gonna be a big 4x4 vehicle that can handle really rough roads, but since we'll be boondocking, we don't want to be tied to pavement only and only have, 3 or 4 inches of ground clearance. Storage is a must for us with the bikes, and storage for everything we need to live for years. I'm a car guy, and it usually falls on me. It always falls on me to fix them. And to me, a good drivetrain is really important. So a good motor, transmission, and axles, because anyway, that's what's important to me. And no matter how great the layout is and how good it looks, if it's a piece of crap chassis with a garbage motor and transmission, I'm not gonna want to get it. You want to talk about these two?
Something that we could put solar in somewhat easily eventually. I know sometimes they come with pre-wiring. That's probably going to be pricey, but it's something we want to do eventually, so we're going to keep that in mind as we buy an RV.
Okay.
And what was... Another modification that we want to make is that we plan on putting a composting toilet in. And if you haven't seen the Blackwater tank incident, go back and watch day 2 of our RV rental experience. We wanted a composting toilet before that, but we really like the idea for so many reasons. Another consideration for us is that we are going to be working from this RV, so we might go a little bit smaller if it wasn't for that. So that's probably going to have this going a little bit bigger than we might if we were just going to play all the time.
Yeah, we're planning on sitting at a desk for 4 to 6 hours a day working, so we'd rather have a desk than a little dinette that's hard to get in. So that's all easy to remove. Those are minor little things, but we don't like dinettes, especially after our rental experience.
But we do need at least the existing space to work with, for sure.
Absolutely. So those are a few of our criteria. At the moment, they're subject to change because we really don't know what we're doing. We have no idea how we're actually going to use this. If we're going to, we're planning on staying camped at a certain spot for about a month in a town and then moving to another town. We don't plan on driving one night, camping there for a night or two, then driving to the next. We can't afford that with gas, and we want to stop and enjoy and get to know the local area a little bit better. So that may have, some
we don't know what
effect in
it's actually going to be like, but that's on the outset, that's what we're thinking.
Yeah, so maybe another criteria is something that we can resell in a year when we realize, oh, we should have got X. But we're trying to do our best research so we don't have to do that, but we know that might be a possibility because we don't know what our full-time life is really going to look like on a day-to-day basis. But we do know we want to be full-time and we don't want to be tied down. Especially here. We love it here, but urban sprawl is getting out of control, and the lovely town where we used to have our house is growing so fast, so much that it's not appealing to us. So the thought of setting down roots somewhere that's going to double in size in the next 10 years, not very appealing. So we definitely want to be mobile. Anyway, good luck, salesman, with that. That's going to be a tough order to fill. And we don't even know if we want a trailer, like a fifth wheel, or a motorhome. There's pros and cons to both. So
it's time to get out there and start looking at some things and
absolutely.
see. Hopefully that will help us narrow things down.